Tonight, there's growing backlash after the Trump administration ordered 5 Northern Virginia school districts to roll back policies that allow students to use bathrooms and locker rooms aligned with their gender identity. Advocates say the move puts transgender students at risk, and one local group is now urging school leaders to push back. Our Matthew Torres is live in Arlington with more on how districts are responding to this. Matthew?
Well, Simone, first off, we wanted to hear from trans students who might be affected by this, to hear them out. But some advocates say getting them to go on camera to talk about this issue would be difficult right now. They say out of fear of retaliation. That's why the group Equality Arlington has reached out to school officials this morning with a letter telling them that all students need protection.
The U.S. Department of Education's Office for Civil Rights is giving 5 Northern Virginia school districts less than 10 days to reverse their policies on bathrooms and locker rooms. These policies allow students to use facilities that match their gender identity.
I do not think that these people have earned the right to reach across the river and tell our parents, our students, our teachers, our doctors what's best for our kids.
Following an investigation that started in February, the federal government accused school systems in Alexandria, Arlington, Fairfax, Loudoun, and Prince William counties of violating Title IX laws, which prohibit discrimination based on sex in education programs and activities. Equality Arlington Vice President Samantha Perez warns how this only puts a target on trans students.
It is disappointing, it's infuriating, because they are trying to make it not safe for transgender students to live openly in public. It is not harassment for a student to be in a place that is safe for them, even if you think they don't belong there.
Equality Arlington has now sent a letter calling on Arlington Public Schools to resist.
If Arlington Public Schools or any public school system caves to these demands, it will not be the end of the demands. They do not want to live in a world where transgender people, transgender students exist.
Just like the other school systems, Arlington Public Schools tells WSA 9 it's in the process of reviewing the report, but that it fosters a safe and inclusive learning environment. Republican Governor Glenn Youngkin says these school divisions have been violating federal law, deliberately neglecting the responsibility to protect students' safety, privacy, and dignity, and ignoring parents' rights. A federal education official adding it's time for Northern Virginia's experiment with radical gender ideology and unlawful discrimination to come to an end.
The Department of Education is warning that if these school divisions do not rescind the policies, that they could face, quote, imminent enforcement action by the Department of Justice. Exactly what those specific actions would look like were not released. Simone?
And to your point, Matthew, they've given them 10 days to comply with that order. Keep us posted on how everything plays out here. Thank you.